We begin today with the extremely positive comments Jason Kidd had for his new player in Dallas, Kyrie Irving, at a press conference yesterday. Here are some of them. Quote, "We feel that getting him is going to help put us in a position to win a championship. He's all about basketball. He wants to win and he wants to be coached. And this is a great opportunity for me to have someone like this to help," unquote. Wilbon, do you think Kidd believes this?
I don't know if Kidd believes it, nor do I care. Kidd was talking to Kyrie Irving as much. It's saying, basically saying, you got to coach, you're going to be coached, you better be all about basketball. But I don't know or care whether Kidd believes that. Kidd has a job to do as a coach, which is get people to buy into what he's selling. And I think Jason Kidd's really good at it. I have had a chance to talk to and listen to Jason Kidd over nearly 30 years. I know Jason Kidd has a brilliant basketball mind, and he's able to get to some great degree people to do what he needs them to do. That's why he's in the Hall of Fame. That's why he was a great point guard and organizer on multiple teams and ultimately won a championship in Dallas. I believe, and I said this to you yesterday before Jason Kidd said anything. I said one of the greatest asset Kyrie Irving will have is Jason Kidd as his coach. I don't know if Jason can pull it off. It's hardly, I mean, LeBron with some help and T. Lue, they got it done with a tag team. I don't know if Jason Kidd can do it, but I think that's his best chance. I really do.
Yeah, Jason Kidd has to say what he just said because he has to create a welcoming environment for Kyrie Irving. Mark Cuban will say similar things. Sean Marks said similar things in Brooklyn. And at some point in the 30-minute story on Kyrie Irving, he detonates the bomb, and we got to go to commercial. Jason Kidd was not talking about the Kyrie Irving that I know. It's just not. When he says he's all about basketball, you mean like last year where he refused to take the COVID vaccination so that he could play basketball, and when he says he wants to be coached. You mean like when they announced that his coach was going to be exactly the same size and same background as his new coach, Jason Kidd. And he said, Kevin Durant and I, we don't really need a coach. We can coach ourselves. So this may work, Mike, in the short term. It may. They may score 130 points a game and beat everybody. But if they sign him to a long-term deal, as I told you yesterday, in a year or so, Jason Kidd is going to be fired and Luka Doncic is going to leave because this is subtraction by addition.
Well, I think they'll be around a lot longer, presuming they want to be, than Kyrie Irving. And I want to see it because Tony, Kyrie Irving is great in the short term. I know you know that. He's great in the short term.
He's a great
player. What's like we're talking about only 35 games left, Tony, maybe even fewer than that, around 30 games left. It's going to be fun to watch. It may blow up, but it's going to be fun to watch.
We move now to LeBron James. He needs 36 points tonight to pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as the NBA's all-time leading scorer. Wilbon, you interviewed LeBron yesterday. How big a deal is this to him?
Tony, the points, the number of points, it's just not. I mean, I talked to LeBron before about it. Yesterday we talked at length. And the company he keeps, and I was glad to hear LeBron say it. And you could just tell over these recent years, and maybe even not when he was 22, but LeBron's 38 years old. And he talked about history, not just of the Lakers, but the people involved. He talked about Magic and Elgin and Jerry West and Wilt and Kareem. And he talked about it with like a little kid yesterday. I was so glad to see it and hear it and feel it. So I know it's been said in other interviews. I don't really care. I know what he said to me yesterday. And it's important to him to be included. And I think that's a great attitude to have. He also, Tony, I told you this. It's more impressive to me that he's moving past Kareem and Magic at the same time. That's like, somebody else said this, I'm going to steal it. That's like being a batting champion and being the home run king at the same time. Come on. People don't do that. LeBron's doing that at 38 years old, and he's very excited about it. It was palpable, and I'm rooting for him to break that, to pass Kareem tonight. I am.
Yeah, I'm not going to disparage this record in any way, because if you have a record, if you're the all-time leader in something, I don't care if it's points or rebounds or steals or assists or blocks. If you're ahead of everybody else, that's a big deal, and he has a right to be proud of it. But I'm going to bring up to you what you bring up to me all the time when we talk about Wayne Gretzky and Alexander Ovechkin. Just because Alexander Ovechkin passes Wayne Gretzky for the most NHL goals doesn't make him a better player.
That's right.
So this does not make LeBron James automatically the best player in history, and nobody should think that. But it's, to me, LeBron didn't know this number 2 months ago, and I don't know this number now. Tom Brady has all the passing records. I don't know any of the numbers. There's one sport where numbers matter, and it's baseball. It's 60, it's 714, it's 755, it's 400. Those are numbers. To me, there's two numbers in basketball. There's Wilt getting 100 and Russell getting 11 championships. That's it for me in basketball. I don't know about you.
Those are the ones.
Happy trails to Nazem Kadri's helmet. The Calgary center was separated from his helmet by a crunching and legal hit by Rangers captain and tough guy Jacob Trouba during the second period of New York's 5-4 overtime win last night. Soon after, Calgary's Dylan Dubé tried to make the 6'3", 203-pound Trouba pay for that hit, and instead got punched repeatedly and wrestled to the ice like a rag doll. The 28-year-old Trouba has become one of the NHL's more notorious hitters. Last night alone, he got into 3 separate fights.
Man, Tony, he lined him up on that hit. And I understand the hit may be legal and quote-unquote clean, but the fighting, I'm glad that's gone overwhelmingly from the NHL. I'm glad it's gone. Get it out. I didn't even like to see it. It felt like a flashback to watch what happened after those hits. Gone good. Better product.
Let's go to the big finish. Brian Flores will be the Vikings defensive coordinator. Is that a good choice?
Was an assistant on the Steelers last season, Tony. Also, the 49ers have hired Steve Wilks as their defensive coordinator. Yes, I think both of those are good hires. They should be head coaches, but I think they're good hires. Number 9, Kansas beat number 5, Texas. You impressed?
Yes, I am. Big 12's tough. Best conference this year. 24/7 Sports reports that Byron Leftwich has talked with Notre Dame about their offensive coordinator opening. Is that a good fit?
I hope so. It's a prestigious job. I want Byron Leftwich, who I've known since about the 7th grade, to become a head coach in the NFL. He's worked. I'm hoping for him. Fingers crossed. Windows open still. Klay Thompson, 12 threes. Dubs beat the Thunder. Is that significant?
He's had as many as 14, but 12's a lot. Last one, Nets host the Suns tonight. Will Cam Thomas score 40 again?
No, it's nice that Cam Thomas is there. Devin Booker is back. That's the headliner here.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.